Dear friends, please take your seats. I call the meeting of the General Committees on Economic Affairs, Science, Technology, and Environment to order. Dear colleagues, the agenda for this meeting has been distributed. Could I please invite you to adopt the agenda? Any objection? No objection. Agenda is adopted. Thank you. Dear colleagues, may I remind you that if you wish to speak in the plenary debate, you will need to register with the table office by 2 p.m. today. May I also remind you that early voting for Assembly officers' positions is available for members who have an unavoidable obligation to leave the annual session early. This will take place in the table office from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. today. I also remind you that members must request early voting in writing to the table office before 5:30 p.m. today. I repeat, this relates only to the election of Assembly officers, not our committee officers, which we will agree in this meeting today. Dear colleagues, now we come to the election of committee officers for the next annual session of the Assembly. This is most exciting part. The International Secretariat informs me that the following nominations have been received in the table office. Election of the chair. For the chair, we have the following candidate: Dr. Azay Guliev from Azerbaijan. As the position of the chair is not contested, I declare Dr. Azay Guliev that me, who have been elected by acclamation. Thank you, dear colleagues. Election for the vice chair. We have the following candidate: Mr. Artur Gerasimov from Ukraine. As the position of the vice chair is not contested, I declare that Mr. Artur Gerasimov is elected by acclamation. Election for rapporteur. For the rapporteur, we have the following candidates: Ms. Paula Cardoza from Portugal. As the position of the rapporteur is not contested as well, I declare that Ms. Paula Cardoza is elected by acclamation. Congratulations, dear colleagues. Dear colleagues, dear friends, if you allow me, I would like to say a few words. First of all, I am deeply honored and sincerely grateful for the trust you have once again placed in me by re-electing me as chair of this important committee. Your confidence means a great deal to me. Since 2013, I have had the privilege of serving this Assembly as Vice Chair of the first General Committee for 3 terms, Vice President of the OECD Parliamentary Assembly for 2 full terms, means 6 years, and the 5th consecutive term as Chair of the second Committee, General Committee of our committee. And of course, your continued confidence over the past 13 years support is not something I take as a personal achievement. Rather, I see it as a profound responsibility to continue strengthening our Assembly and advancing the values that unite us. At a time when the OECD region faces unprecedented geoeconomic, geopolitical, technological, environmental and security challenges, parliamentary diplomacy is more important than ever. We may not always agree on every issue, but we all share a common responsibility to seek solutions through dialogue and to build bridges where others see divisions. In this regard, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to our Vice Chair, Artur Gerasimov, and our Rapporteur, Paula Cardoza, for the excellent teamwork we have built together. Dear Artur, dear Paula, I am really grateful to both of you for your excellent cooperation, for excellent friendship, and of course for your excellent skills that we are together working for the best interests of our Assembly. My heartfelt thanks also go to the International Secretariat for its outstanding professionalism and unwavering support. In particular, I would like to thank Marco Bonabello for his tireless assistance throughout this annual session, our committee advisor, Alex Knight, for his dedication and constant support, and all our interpreters whose professionalism makes meaningful dialogue and mutual understanding possible every day. Dear friends and colleagues, I remain committed to serving every delegation with fairness, impartiality, integrity, and dedication. Together, I am confident that we will continue to make our committee a strong platform for constructive cooperation, innovative ideas, and practical results for the benefit of all participating states. Thank you once again for your trust, your friendship, and your continued support. I look forward to working with you, all of you, in year ahead. Thank you very much, dear colleagues. Dear colleagues, I think it is the right time to give also floor to our Vice Chair and also Rapporteur. They also have something to share with you. Dear Artur, please, you have the floor.
Dear colleagues, first of all, thank you very much for the trust. It's for me a big honor, but at the same time a big responsibility, because to keep Helsinki spirit in this assembly and especially this committee, it's our obligations, all of us, and especially the leadership of the committee. Also, I want to say thank you for supporting Ukraine in supplementary items, in resolutions, in actions of your parliament, in actions of your nations. It's extremely important for people in Ukraine who are really now under huge attacks, and thank you one more time. Also, I want to say thank you for Marco Bonabello, Irina Sabashuk, and Alex Knight, because without this team, a lot of our decisions, a lot of our actions will not be possible. And that's really very good combination of people here who are moving committee ahead. And again, more and more, I see that the second committee of this assembly becoming more and more important, and really is the most important in the assembly. Why? See, from my point of view, the top threats for humanity is war, I mean, in any kind, climate change, water issues, AI, and demography. Just 5. That's my point of view. Out of these 5, 4 belong to this committee. 4. It's for you to understand that, and of course, I think you are sharing this opinion, that our work in this committee extremely important. So I will appreciate any thoughts, any comments, any support, not only in this session, but during the autumn session, during the winter session, and of course in preparation of documents for the next session. Why? Because work of our committee is influencing the work of our parliaments, and we really want to be on the edge and continue to be on the edge. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, dear Artur. Now I'd like to give the floor to our newly re-elected rapporteur, Ms. Paula Cardoza. Dear Paula, please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It has been an honor and a privilege to work with Mr. President Azai and Vice President Artur. Thank you, dear colleagues, for your support and for your trust in us. And teams are built on cooperation, respect, confidence, and shared goals. That's our team. Thank you for this, and thank you to the supporting secretariat who has make a good work, and all your support in our work too. This team goes from Lisbon to Baku, passing by in the middle in Kiev as the art, but art that is bleeding now in the center of Europe, and we'll never forget this. The challenges of the world nowadays are great in the matters that Arthur has already said, i.e. democracy, water issues, climate changes, and above us, this is a better world we must live for everybody when we leave these positions we now have. That's my task, that's my work, that's why I'm here. I'm already a grandmother, and I hope my grandson has a better world. And it's my compromise to everybody, and thank you for your trust and your support. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, dear Paolo. You're right to mention that we not only represent this assembly, we also represent our country, our people, our family, for whom we wish the peaceful future. This is more important. Dear colleagues, of course, I don't want to conclude the meeting, but I have to do so because it was really our pleasure working with you for the last 4 days. And I do believe that we have had very fruitful discussions, and we made very important declarations, adopted resolutions of the committee and for other supplementary items. The thing is that how we can proceed later on, of course, it will be depending on us, first of all, on our parliaments, on our government. This is, of course, the type of recommendation made by the parliament, and we will send, as you know, as a final declaration of The Hague to the Minister of Council of the OSCE, and of course, it will be our strong recommendation to our government to accept or to take into consideration our recommendations. We also have an idea to brief the executive branch, as I mentioned in my opening remark in the first meeting, but of course, our International Secretariat will be working very hard on that issue. As you may know, that since assuming the office as chair of the committee, I did my best together with my colleague Arthur and Paula to closely cooperating with executive branch, because we do believe that in many cases parliamentarians can do more together alongside with the government, because at the end of the day, we have a common goal, we have a common responsibility. By that, I want to conclude today's meeting. I wish you all the best. I do believe that the today and the tomorrow session also will be very productive and constructive. I know that we will come back to our home, and we will have maybe summer break. I wish the best to you, to your family in the summer break. I do hope that we will meet again in our autumn meeting in Andorra. Saying that, I'm again very grateful to you for your trust, for your confidence. I am again very grateful to your cooperation, to your contribution. Of course, I also believe that our strong team will try to do our best in order to live up the expectations that you are looking forward. So at the end, I would also to recognize Irina Sabashu. I forgot at the beginning, Irina, one of the long-served staff from the International Secretariat. I wish also the best, Irina, to you, to other colleagues. and let us hope for the better future of our planet. Thank you very much.